Hello, welcome to Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 504. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. And this is a Tutor episode where we try to teach you something new.
What's up?
It's a holy Sunday. We're not supposed to be working.
Okay. That's every Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm.
I agree. Is this work?
I would think so, technically, right?
Technically, I think this is work. I actually never understood what isn't considered work.
100%.
No, but it's a real question.
Because, like, chores. Chores are work.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've never figured that out.
Like, am I supposed to just allow my house to be messy today?
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Like, if you got to milk your cows, do you milk the cows or do you just let them bulge for a day?
Ugh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one thing I never quite understood. So I've thought about that. I've thought about the Holy Sunday, the Sabbath, day of rest. Because they, like, in the Bible, when you read it, they say, like, you keep enough food on Saturday for Sunday.
So you don't even cook?
So they were given the manna or something. And this is going to be okay. Good luck. They were given the manna or whatever, which is like the food from the Lord, and they were told to not keep more than the next day. They don't keep more than that day, because you have to trust in the Lord. But then on Saturday you are allowed to keep Sunday is enough food for Sunday. So in that case, right, like you would then do nothing on Sunday.
Right.
Like nothing. You would just totally rest.
Rest from labor.
Can't tell me cleaning's not labor.
Right.
This does not seem like labor. To me,
It's
this
true.
is
This is not,
way
yeah.
more low-key than, like, this is way easier than making a lunch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe you're supposed to fast every Sunday. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. This just... But yeah, I mean, because chores would technically still be labor, wouldn't it?
Would preaching be labor?
No.
Really? It's their job.
It is their job.
Damn, dude. We had to ask the pastor that.
Yeah.
Are you technically breaking the Sabbath? Dang.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good question.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really... Someone's just quoting it, and... laboring to meet human needs, hunger, is different from working your job to make another man rich.
Interesting.
That's a good way to put it.
I like that. So technically stores and shit shouldn't be open.
Yeah.
You know. But they are.
Oh, and this also says the Sabbath is Saturday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because it says the seventh day of the week.
Oh, no shit.
Because you would think the week would start on Sunday.
Yeah, but then why do they always say Sunday's the day of rest?
I don't know. It might depend on your religion.
I will tell you this. I relax on Saturdays a whole lot more than Sundays.
Saturday's a lot more relaxing?
Yeah, I barely work. I like almost never work Saturday.
Yeah.
But I almost always work Sunday.
Yeah. Because I think that'd be just so hard. Because Sunday you're prepping for the week.
Uh-huh. And Saturday is my one true day of, like, really don't have to do anything.
Right. If you don't want to.
Right. You know.
Or you just roll with a whole bunch of men and get sweaty all day.
Love that, dude.
Okay. What are we tuning her about?
So we're going to talk about being who you want to be, not who you think others want you to be.
Being who you want to be, but not not how others want you to be?
Not how you think others want you to be.
Got it. Okay.
You know, so what that, pretty much all that means is, like,
My pants are digging in weird.
You should be do and live how you want to live. Now, the caveats right off the bat that I'm going to list, so I don't have to keep listing them, is you should probably be a moral person with values. You should, if you believe so or whatever, you should probably put a higher power first. If you believe in God, maybe you should believe in put God before others, right? Or God overall, however you want to think about it. So be who you want to be, but do it morally with values, and
Right,
with
like if you
faith at the front, if you so choose.
right, like if you have responsibilities, aka a child, a dog, a cat, you can't just abandon them, obviously.
Because you want to be something else, absolutely.
Yep.
So that's the caveats, right? Like, be a good human. First and foremost, be a good human.
Yeah, so
and
don't come at us and be like, well, Shaun, I just want to go drink and party and get hookers all the time. Okay, well, do you have a family? Are you married? Do you have
Right.
kids? Like, those have to come first.
Yeah, be duty overall, right? You got a duty. You got to, you got to be like, whatever I'm going to say, preface it with, be a good human, okay? And then we're done talking about that portion. Okay. With that being said, you can live your life however you want. You can live a disciplined life. You can live a relaxing life. You can live a life where you're informed. You can live a life where you look into shit and really question things. Or you can live a life in ignorance. Okay? You can do any of those things. You can live a life on your terms, or you can on someone else's terms. Just remember, no one cares about you as much as you care about you. You are, no matter what you think others think of you, they're thinking of themselves first. So they're only going to think of you for a finite amount of time before they're back to thinking about themselves, because everybody is inherently extremely selfish because you put yourself before everyone else, because you are the main character in your life. Right? Okay. So, I shared that video.
Yeah.
I shared it today, not Friday, so might be, folks. Shared that video. If you so want to be a type of person who owns their own business, then you should watch that video, or you should do some due diligence to see if that is indeed what you want. If it is, you should go after that. Forget what the naysayers say. If you truly want that and you're willing to put in the work, you should do that. Now, you could instead, this is a big, big, big one. You could just work your 9 to 5. And if you so wish to work your 9 to 5, so that afterwards you can hang out with friends, you can hang out with your family, you can go do a hobby, you could go to jiu-jitsu, you could go golfing, you could fucking go bowling. Whatever it is you decide you want to do, what your hobby is, you can do that. I know a lot of folks who just work to get by to do their hobby.
Yeah.
Like, I remember back in the lifting day, like when I lifted, there were some folks I knew, and I'm like, hey man, because I didn't understand at the time, because I pretty much always strove to be like doing more shit. I couldn't, whatever. And I'm just like, why do you just work like a normal job and not care to like move up into management or anything? And they're like, oh, honestly, we just work so we can train. Like, we just need enough money so we can shelter, food, and training. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Like, they didn't care about investing. They didn't care about saving. They didn't care about moving up the ladder. They worked so they could train. And I was like, okay, roger that. And me, back then, if I would have been like, hey, well, you should really, strive to be better there, they'd probably be like, well, I don't care about that. Or it would throw them off the path that they wanted to be on. You know what I'm saying? So I knew folks that were like that. And I know some folks who don't want to move up the ladder.
Right.
They just like punching their clock. I know dudes who have now moved up the ladder and bring up to me that they would be happier if they just went to going back to punching the clock so that they could spend time with their family and like not worry about shit outside of work. I totally fucking get it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm not that way, but I get it. So, one thing I had to do early on when I was 21 and Ryan and I decided to start our business. We started going through the process and whatever. And people were like, what's wrong with you? You're 21. You should be partying. You're going to ruin people's lives, etc. And I'm like, well, I want to do this. I want to help people. I want to run my own business, whatever. So I had to do the things I had to do. I had to block out the naysayers so I could do my life, right? And one of those things along the way, I quit going out.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up taking a break from like going out and doing shit when I was like 21, 22. And then I started again when I was like 23 to 25, and then I quit again, right? But like, I quit going out, I quit drinking, I just focused on like the business and shit, And I guess, so the big thing is it like, my friends are like, hey, let's go out, let's party, let's do whatever. And I'm like, dude, I got to work, I got school, and I got the gym. I'll try. Maybe we can link up and grab a beer, but I don't know. Like, it was probably not going to happen. And it wasn't that I didn't want to drink. It's just that I had other priorities.
And you made them priorities.
And I made them priorities. I reached a point along the way where I am now where I don't really like drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have a drink with the boys at golf, but I don't really I don't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer to have a soda water with lime than I do drinking. I just don't prefer it. I don't even like smoking much anymore. Like, he's kind of like smoking weed, and now it's just kind of like, I'll do it, but it's not like something I want to, like, I don't prioritize. Like, the only thing I enjoy doing, really, that's a vice, is like eating a cinnamon roll or smoking a cigar.
I mean, honestly, the whole point of it is not falling into the instant gratifications.
That's what it is, right?
Like, it's just looking out further and being like, okay, if I drink now, how am I going to feel tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely.
If I smoke weed now, how am I going to feel tomorrow?
I'm always groggy. That's why I don't like doing it.
Right. And it's like one of those things about, like, lately I haven't been eating gluten, and like we had one of our customers brought sourdough, a loaf of sourdough to us. I was like, okay, if I eat this slice of bread, I know I'm going to be ready for bed by 5 p.m.
Right.
So I can either enjoy the slice of bread now and want to fall asleep later, or I can just not eat it, eat something else that is just as tasty or close, and be awake at 5. And so it's just thinking about the cause and effect of things. Like, there's so many times where I'm just like, oh yeah, like drinking, that, like, I want to drink with everyone else because I want to, like, be fun and bubbly. But it's just like, I don't actually like who I am when I drink. And I hate how I feel the next day. Hate it, hate it, hate it. So it's just like a double-edged sword, basically. Like, oh, sure, I can feel like I fit in. But to be honest, nobody gives a shit if you drink or not.
Actually, they do. Some people really care if you drink.
Well, then they're not good friends
Well, do you know why they care if you drink?
because they want to feel validated.
That's exactly right. Your friends don't care if you drink because they want you drunk. Your friends want you to drink because they want validation that them drinking and getting drunk is the right thing.
And think about it, like if you start, right? Like if we, why is your microphone black? Has it been this whole time?
My microphone is always black. Yours is the one that lights up and does cool things.
Yeah, I thought yours was lit up too. Sorry, guys. I'm just worried because it might mean it's muted.
How about now?
Nope, now you're muted.
And I'm back.
Okay. Validation. That's what we were talking about.
Yep. And drinking and your friends don't really care if you drink.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was, but yeah. To be honest, I just a lot of times for me, like I just have to find like my replacement to like satisfy that craving, basically of like fitting in. So that's why water has never done it for me when I'm around people that drink. It's just not satisfying. So like we discovered soda water and limes, and that's very satisfying to me.
Right.
Very refreshing. It still has like that bubbly feel, and it makes me feel good. For the longest time, I just drank Sprite, but I can only have one Sprite and feel good.
Yeah, it's gross. Right, so gross.
And also now it's really like just going off of the drinking thing. There is a lot of non-alcoholic beers that you can drink too. If you're
Yeah,
a beer
the
person.
issue is though, I mean, at least you get away from the alcohol thing, but there's so much shit in beer.
In the gluten, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But, so yeah, it's just. Oh, this is where I was gonna go with it. The thing with this whole like being yourself is, you are. What is the saying? You are the 5 people.
You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Right, 100%. So, if you're starting to do better for yourself, it can either go one of two ways. You can allow your friends or the people you surround yourself with to drag you down, or you can just keep being consistent and doing you, and you could bring your friends up with you.
Right.
So you just have to keep that in mind. Like, okay, yeah, this sucks. I'm the only one not doing X, Y, and Z. But who knows? Maybe because you keep doing it, all of a sudden your friends are going to start joining you. And then you're all bettering yourselves. I just saw, it was actually a while ago. I saw a group meme video, reel. That's what they're called.
Holy shit.
The brain's working. And it was like 5 dads that used to sit in their garage and drink together. Well, one of the dads was like, I'm done with this. Like, I want to be a better example for my kids. Like, I'm going to start working out instead of drinking. Well, all of the 4 other ones were like, oh, you're so lame. Like, you're working out instead of drinking with us. Like, what do you think? You're better than us? And he's just like, no, like, I just want to be better for my kids. Well, 5 years down the road, guess what? All 5 of them are working out together now.
Right.
So if you have the right friends, as long as you keep consistent and be who you really want to be, your friends can come up to be like you.
Right. Yep, for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. They gotta want it though. They gotta want to change.
Right. And if they want to just keep dragging you down, then I'm sorry to tell you, they're not good friends.
Yeah.
Because your friends should want you to succeed in every way.
Yeah, when I had, when my friends like really, if I'm like, hey, I'm not drinking, they really were like shitty about it. I was like, okay, you're just solidifying me not wanting to hang out with you.
Right.
Like, whenever I go out, cause like I said, I still have drinks. Like I'm not anti-drinking. If I go out and I have some drinks and a buddy's there and he's not drinking, I'm like, oh, dude, good for you. Mm-hmm. Good on you, man. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna drink my fucking vodka lemonade or whatever, but like, good on you.
Dude, the first, when we were at the Wisco retreat last fall in Deerfoot, we were talking to Jared.
Yeah.
And Jared ordered tonic and lime.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a drink, like an actual drink.
Yeah.
And then like later he was telling us about how he's been sober for however long, and I was just like, oh duh, like tonic. is not alcohol at all.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting. I was just like, oh, that's like so cool. Like he has his like drink of choice at bars.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, yeah, he's just like, yeah, I like hanging out. I like hanging, whatever. And I want to fit in, but I'm going to do it sober. And so he gets a tonic lime, and I do soda water lime. But yeah.
Is that the same thing or no?
No. Tonic water's got like that piney taste. It's okay. Like,
If you have to have it.
If they don't have soda water, I'll get a tonic lime. But
you know what's
I
the best?
prefer not to.
You know what's the best?
What?
Topo Chicos.
Oh, there's nothing better than a Topo.
I don't know if there's still a Topo
I was
Chico
out at the
shortage.
I went to Valley Burger for lunch a couple days ago, and I was like, hey, can I get a soda water lime? Because almost any bar is soda water, right? Mm-hmm. Rarely anywhere has sparkling water. And they come up to me and they're like, does this brand sparkling water work? I was like, bro, that's way better than soda water. Yes, please. I don't remember what it was, but it was really good.
Dang. There's been a Topo Chico shortage, and Sean and I have been very upset about it.
Topo Chico. They're the best, dude.
They are.
So anyways, you got to do your life for you. And so if like I know people who prefer comfort, and that's fine. Do your thing, enjoy your comfort. All I ask is that you don't put it on other people. If other people want to be disciplined and other people want to do a different sort of path and they don't want to just hang out in comfort land, don't peer pressure them to be. Don't try to get your own self-validation by doing it. This is an example. My good friend Nick, I think he's a psychopath. I wanted to start training with him. So I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm going to start training with you in the mornings. He's like, sounds good. I said, what time? He says 5 a.m. I said, what do you mean? 5 a.m. we wake up? He says, no, 5 a.m. you're at the gym training. And I was like, I'm not working out with you. Like, I love you. I'm not. You're an insane person. I'm not doing that. But I've never been like, hey, bro, you need to chill. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you're a psychopath, and I can't. I can, but I'm happy in comfort land.
Right.
And I will get my happy ass up at 5:30 and get to the gym at 6.
That's when you say, good for you, bud. Like, I'm proud of you for what you're doing. I'm going to do it on my own time.
Well, and that's just it, dude. And that's the point I'm making is like, to a lot of my friends and peers, I am disciplined. To Nick, I am
Garbage.
literal trash, dude. And I fully know that, like, hey, I'm not disciplined enough to and I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be that disciplined.
That's not the person you want to be.
That's not and so I'm just like, but I never rag on them for it.
No.
I'll make fun of them and be like, oh, you're a fag. You're 220 pounds with a six-pack and natty. Like, you're a loser. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like.
But, like, that's just how guys say, fuck, dude.
Yeah, you're a fucking
You're
house.
doing great.
So anyways, my point is like, I don't ever try to get validation from people that are more disciplined than me.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't rag on them. I'm just like, you're amazing, and I feel like a loser.
Cheer them on.
Absolutely. And this, the same thing, people that are comfortable at a different level, I'll go, hey, I personally believe in challenging yourself. If you want to add a little more challenge, that's good. But if you also just want to fucking smoke down a cinnamon roll and whatever, that's on you. The only thing I'm going to say is, you do it too much, it does affect your brain.
Yeah.
And I talked to the guys, two guys at the gym yesterday. We were sitting there, and the one said to me, dude, I've really struggled with my memory lately. And I'm like, homie slice? And I pointed at his gut. I said, homie slice, you gained 20 pounds. I said, you eating way too much fucking sugar. Mm-hmm. I said, sugar's types. He's like, what? I was like, literally, The reason you have bad memories because you're eating too much sugar.
100%
And
it
that's
is.
it. And then Ed next to us is just like, whoa, for real?
Yeah.
And Ed's a stud. You know, I don't, like, he's, whatever, he's like, for real? I was like, yeah, sugar's type 3 diabetes. So, like, I was just like, you know, because we're boys, I'm going to tell you, like, and I tell.
You mean Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes.
Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. Yeah, sorry. Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes, and you get it from sugar. Mm-hmm. And, like, here's the thing, dude. If you're my boy, I'll tell you you're fat. I don't give a fuck.
Or type 3 diabetes causes Alzheimer's, whatever. They're the same.
It's,
whatever.
yeah. Sugar.
Sugar equals bad memory.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're getting at.
Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. So, anyways, you know, I tell my friends straight out, dude, like, hey, you're fat. And, you know, like, hey, this is how you can fix being fat. You can listen to me or you can't. That's completely up to you. If you complain about it, I'm going to tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, I'm not going to hang out with you, bro, because you're fat.
Here's how you know you have good friends. Sean's at the gym. And they go, Shaun, you're really strong. But you're not as strong as you were 3 years ago.
Oh, bro. Dude, facts. When your friends are just like, bro, remember how strong you used to be? And I'm like, thank you, homie. I do. Thank you for reminding me.
That's good friends.
That's good friends. They go, you're still strong. You just ain't as strong. I said, thank you. I know.
Yep.
I know. And that's what it is, dude, right? It's like, I want to be around guys who are going to call me out. And I'm going to call them out. And if we listen to each other, we listen to each other. That's whatever. And I straight up told him, it was my buddy Darren who said that to me. And I'm just like, dude, I said, absolutely. And I ain't going back. Like, I know I won't be that strong again.
Yeah.
Because I don't cycle anymore. I'm 20-ish, 25 pounds lighter than I was back then. Like,
And you, to be honest, like, we really don't have the time. Because you used to train, like, hours. You could.
Yes, thank you.
But you prioritize, like, family and child more.
I could easily do that again. All I would have to do is cut out jujitsu and cut out extracurriculars. So I'd get rid of the podcast. I could get rid of events. I could just do business and lifting. I could for sure do that again.
Yeah.
You know, I could find the time. I would just have to cut things. But like we're talking about in this episode,
It's not
I
what you want to do.
prioritize who I want to be. And I loved lifting heavy shit, and it was super fun. But to be honest with you, I had this other chat with my buddy Keaton. Lifting weights doesn't do it for me anymore now that I don't take tren.
Yeah.
Like, now that I don't take steroids, the gym doesn't get me excited anymore. It's just the plain thing about it. You know, and because I explained it to him as this. I was like, after being on like tren, D-ball, Anadrol, and extreme high levels of test, I have never felt fulfillment in the gym since.
Well, because you're never going to lift that weight without it.
Well, I could get back to lifting those weights. I will never have the aggression and strength. Like because the thing is I could train with a little amounts of gear and get back to similar numbers, but I will never feel that strong again.
Right.
I could get the numbers, but not the strength. Does that make sense?
No. But okay.
It's
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
plenty of listeners that understand you. I don't, but that's okay.
okay. I'll never I'll never feel that way again, natty, or just on TRT. So, anyways, but he used to be a heroin addict, and he's like, dude, that's exactly how life is. He's like, life never feels as good sober.
And I think that's why so many people like live in the past because they want to feel that high of whatever event they were at again. But you never will.
No.
You have to find the highs in the other things in life. So like now, like, yeah, sure, I loved going out and partying and hanging out with my friends and getting drunk and dancing with random people. I loved that. But guess what? Now I love just being home and like making my child laugh,
Right.
playing with her, watching her explore, teaching her new words. Like that's my new high. Like I
Right.
love that so much.
Right.
But I'm not going to live in the past. I'm going to move forward because, yes, that was a fun time in my life, but that was early 20s Sam.
Yeah.
Now we're in early 30s Sam.
Right.
And no offense to people, but if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're still trying to act like your early 20s, it's embarrassing.
It's disgusting. We just talked about this today. It's gross, dude. It's gross. You have to level up and you have to grow. And that was the thing, chatting with Darren and Keaton and shit, is I'm just like, I know that I'll never enjoy weightlifting as much as I used to. And that's fine. My new self is jujitsu.
Yeah.
It's jujitsu in business. And so I'll gladly just do that. I'll lift because it's part of the routine. It's part of the staying fit. And there's a part of me that like doesn't want to ever stop lifting because I want to prove haters wrong.
Right. Well, and also it's just good for your health overall.
It's good for your health, yeah. And and I still enjoy it once I get rolling. It's just nowhere near.
You just have to find like your new passions too.
Right.
One thing I love, like one of Sean's uncles, like he obviously knows like he can't do things like he used to because he's not as young as he was.
Right.
But he does whatever he can to get his children to succeed at their best levels.
Right.
So it's like living vicariously through them in whatever their passions are.
Right.
He doesn't force them to do anything. Like he makes sure like it's their true passions, but whatever it is, like he's always there to support them and make sure that they can do their best. And I think that's so cool.
It's awesome. And our buddy Will, who owns Coffee Grounds, is the same way. He used to do wood turning.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, someday I'll get back into it. He's like, but when I started having kids, I took a look at my life, and he's like, well, do I like wood turning more than I like hanging out with my kids? No. So I'm going to just let that hobby go for now. I'll bring it back. He's like, I'm going to bring it back. He's like, but I got other priorities for now,
And I think that really shows the true characters of people.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's growth. It's willing to grow and it's willing to change. So what I'm saying is this, dude, what this whole podcast is going about is like, you should always be growing. You should always be developing. You should always be changing. And you should do it hopefully with a spouse who feels the same way and is willing to adapt and evolve with you. Now, there's times to grow up. There's times to. One of my mantras was, I live in long-term gratification. I do not succumb to short-term gratification. And the reason behind that is like, short-term, it's nice to just forget about a tough day and rip some drinks or whatever, or eat some shitty food.
Yeah.
But longevity wise and like present wise, it's better to just like to work through that. Maybe hit a hard workout. You can hit a hard work. We talked with Phil about that yesterday.
Yeah.
You hit a really hard workout, and it's better because you address the issue, and then you don't give a fuck after, and then you can like hang out with your family or whatever. So you have to decide, who you want to be. If you want to grow up, as Sam was saying, like, there's times, if you decided to let a guy fucking load you up and you decide to have kids and that dude decided he was going to load you up, it's a mutual thing. One person is fucking throwing it, one person's receiving it. If you're willing to do that, and then you make a child, okay? Guess what? That is now a priority of yours. So if you are going to be a fucking shitty parent and not be around because you want to live in short-term gratification world where you're getting fucked up all the time, well, maybe you shouldn't have fucking made a kid, dumbass. So grow up, act your age, put your family in fucking duty before your short-term gratification, and make sure that shit's dialed. And if you got that shit dialed and you want to have a fucking couple of drinks on a Saturday, go for gold. But do your fucking duty first before you decide to enjoy comfort land.
Live in the long term, not the short term.
That's it.
Did this, and just to like prove my point, like our point, I started going to the gym with my family when Shaun and I started dating 9 years ago.
Yeah.
9 years ago. We were working out, going to Planet Fitness 3-4 times a week. Once I met Shaun, I think it was right around that time that they all kind of fell off of it too, because then I started going to 3D with Shaun.
You guys weren't doing it when we started dating.
I think it was towards the end of them joining me.
Yep.
And so, like, thinking about it, like, if they would have just kept going,
Oh my God.
how much further they would have been along by now.
They wouldn't even be the same people.
No.
9 years, you would not be the same person.
No. 2 out of the 3 of them are on GLP-1s now. My mom has a hard time walking around without, like, a stroller
Right.
or something. And so I'm just like, man, like, if you guys would have just lived in the long term, like, been like, I want to make sure I can move, play with my future grandkids, all this stuff, like, they could be in just such a different world right now.
Absolutely.
But instead, they decided to live in the short-term gratification and not go to the gym.
Not go to the gym.
Not eat healthy.
Sit around.
Yep.
Not move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just think about that. Like, think of all the things you said you were going to do in the past, and then you decide to live in the short term, and now you're that much further behind.
I'll give you a really good example in my personal life. When I was 16, my cousin Shaun was like, "Hey, dude, come down to the MMA gym and work out with us." And I was like, "Thanks, dude. Yep, I'll make it down." And I never went down. And he had asked me for a couple years, and I never went down. And my buddy Corey was always like, "Hey, bro, join wrestling." And I never did. And I got to about 25 years old, 26 years old, 26, I think, around 26. And I was like, you know what? I've been putting off this. And I met Mitch in high school, or I met Mitch in college, and Mitch tried getting me to work, go to the jiu-jitsu, and I never did. I never went to a single class ever. Well, I got to 26, and I was like, you know what, dude? This is something I've always said I wanted to do, but I never actually went there, and I never actually did it. So when I was 26, I was finally like, yep, Mitch, I'll go to the gym with you. And now I'm 4 years into that journey, 5 years into that journey. I did, whatever, striking and shit for a year and then switched to jiu-jitsu. But there's been times when I'm at the jiu-jitsu gym, and I see some friends get injured. And I'm like, man, I should just quit before I get an injury. And then I go, how pissed off will my future self be knowing that because I got a little scared of an injury, I quit doing something that I always said I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so I just look at the long term. And will I get injured? Hopefully, knock on wood, I won't. But there's a very high likelihood I'm gonna have some injuries. But I know long term I will be happy I didn't quit something just out of fear. Mm-hmm. Because long term, myself would be really mad at me.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are thinking about their deathbed. How many regrets will you have on your deathbed when you've lived your life either by trying to please others or by living, by not doing things out of fear, or because you were doing things that were comfortable. And I've said this so many times on this podcast, and I've said it to multiple friends, if you truly can look at somebody else and not be envious or jealous, then live your life. If you can look at, let's say you can look at Andy Frisella. He's jacked, billionaire, cars, all that shit, and you're not envious, jealous, or a little bit want to be like, oh, fuck that guy, then you should change what you're doing. But if you can actually look at him and be like, that's awesome, man, good for you. I personally just like my F-150, and I'm fine with the shape I'm in. Then do you. You're living in your good path. That's what you should be. Gary Vee talks about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, live, like if you're happy making $100,000 a year, just make $100,000 a year. Don't try to make 200. Don't be the guy that's like, if you're truly happy here, don't wreck your standard of living to try to get to 200. Don't sacrifice the time with your family, whatever.
Just to live somebody else's
Just to
dream.
live. Thank you. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this to many people. They'll go, well, I don't care about that shit. And I go, or they're like, oh, I'm fine with what I'm doing. Okay. Then how come I see your jealousy come out when we see someone with a nice car?
Or you complaining about X, Y, and Z.
Or you're complaining about, anything, being
Like your
out of
job,
shape,
yep.
your job, whatever.
My wife is terrible.
Exactly. Then it's like, no. Now you got to address that. Now you got to, if
You
you're
gotta change things.
Yes. If you're complaining, whatever, you need to change shit. That's what I got.
I love it.
Gang. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope it helps. Go be yourself out there. Do not forget, be a good human first and foremost. Don't be shitty. Then do what you want.
Live your life.
Live your life. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.